Today's an exciting day because I'm going to share with you my 4-step process for my profitable, consistent, winning Forex strategy. But be sure to stay to the end because I'm going to share a bonus tip on how to further filter your trades. Hi there and welcome to the Forex Collective. My name is Brian, and if you don't know me already, I'm a Forex trader with the Forex Collective YouTube channel. I also have a Twitter feed at Forex Call. I'll put it up right now. And I also run a subscription service, so if you have any questions, please put a message down below or email me directly. Today's an exciting video because I'm going to share with you my 4-step process on how I filter and enter and execute all of my Forex trades. So a lot more videos coming out. Be sure to hit the subscribe button now so you don't miss out on future videos. So what is this 4-step process? Now, this process has evolved over the years of me trading, and it's just something that I find very consistent, and it's highly probable the trades I'm going to take, and I know exactly what to do each and every time. I know what to look for, I know how to execute it, and I know what to expect roughly on a year-to-year basis, which is key. Now, the disclaimer with any trading strategy, consistency and following the trade plan to a T is crucial. So if you haven't seen my other video on consistency, please check out my YouTube home channel, Forex Collective. So let's just dive right into it. So I'm going to use an example today, Euro USD. But essentially what it is step 1, identify the trend with trend lines and wait for price action to get there. Number 2, wait for an engulfing candle on a 4-hour time frame or higher. 3, assess the trade for preliminary risk-to-reward ratio to make sure it's worth it, at least 2 and above. I guess that's kind of 2.5. So the third one is look at entering or placing a market or a pending order at about a 50% fib retracement level. And then 4, looking at a possible target, whether that is with a different trend line, a fib extension, a bigger retracement, or some sort of structure support resistance level. And then of course manage the stop as needed. So that's the process. That's my secret recipe, if you can call it that. So I'm going to share on my screen right now Euro USD on how I just picked up a trade and shared it with my signal service. Okay, so you can see right now we have Euro USD, and so all I'm going to do is I literally, step 1, start drawing trend lines. So start drawing trend lines, point to point. Now next thing, step 2, wait for price action to come down and touch the line. And then wait for a reaction. So look at the 4-hour, 6-hour, 12-hour, all these different ones. And you can see that on the 4-hour, this candle was an engulfing bar. On the 6-hour, it was engulfing. 8 hours, kind of engulfing. 12-hour, engulfing. And daily, not quite engulfing. So what I do is I'll pick one of them. Essentially it doesn't matter which one it is as long as it's 4-hour or greater. I'll draw a fib extension, fib retracement on it. Couple just so you can see a range. I'm actually going to draw it the other way so it makes a little bit more sense. Okay, so step 2 or 3, whatever, I'm going to start assessing for preliminary risk to reward. So say I enter on like a 50%, stop at the low. And then, oh, it's still following me there. And then start assessing. So first thing I normally do is I'll look at a major retracement to like a fib level. So I can already see, if I take these other ones off, that if I entered here, it's most likely going to retrace at least to the 50% level, and you can see my risk to reward is at least over 2. Okay, so what I would do next is I'd actually place the pending order. Now this one I decided it to go a 3882 fib, and then you can do some fine adjustments. You can either do this as a target, you can even do, oop, I picked the wrong one, I always get those ones confused. You can even choose 618 as a target. On this one what I did was actually took this and I did a fib extension. So you can see here that a fib extension on this high and this low at 1.4 also lines up with the 0.618 level. So that was actually my target. So we can see that by entering this I would get a 2 risk to reward. So what happened? Price came down, triggered. As soon as it crosses this area, then I usually move my stop to break even, and then it went up and hit target. So following this strategy, it would have been a winning trade. So there we have it. Those are essentially my steps. Trend line, wait for price to reach it, wait for an engulfing candle, look at entering on a fib retracement, and then look at what your target might be, whether a fib extension or a fib retracement or some other trend line or support line or resistance, I guess. And then place your pending and then manage it as needed with moving your stops up. So easy peasy, right? So that's all I do, filtering out every trade. So all I do is I'll look at every Forex pair, look at 4 hour or greater, and see if price action reaches a trend line. If it does, see if an engulfing candle forms. If it does, then I'll look at executing a trade at that time. Very simple, very reliable, very consistent, and it's profitable over time. Now, just like any trading strategy, there will be losers, that's obvious, but it's just about the long-term gains and trades you're going to take over the year. So, what's this bonus tip? Right? So sometimes price will come down to a trend line and it'll do its thing and it'll kind of have a somewhat engulfing bar and you might be a little confused. Should I enter? Should I not? So what you can do is look at higher time frames. So if you're looking at maybe a 4 or 6 hour candle, then bump it up to daily, weekly, or monthly and see is this pair in favor of this trade, or is the major long-term trend going against this micro trend that you've identified. So it's just one additional way to filter it out. So I hope you like this video. It's my simple 4 or 5 step process on how I actually execute, find, and manage my trades. It's the exact strategy I use on those signals that I post in my signal service. If I look right now, I think we're up 38% right now. So again, if you have any questions, hit me up with a comment below or email. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button, and I will see you next time.